Happy Easter, everybody, and Tony here, and welcome to part 1 of my Double Whammy Easter Sunday review special, where I take a look at 2 concerts that I saw at the Royal Albert Hall and give my most honest opinions about the musicians that performed at the venue. And starting off this list is a review of the Cataleya Quintet, which are basically a group of 5 wind instrument players hailing from all over the world and basically specialize in classical music, chamber music, and a few modern pieces, especially that of jazz. Now, the members of this quintet are Spanish flautist Diego Athena, who unfortunately couldn't make it today, but was replaced by another Spanish flautist by the name of Jaime. Unfortunately, I forgot his last name. And then we have Scottish oboist Alistair Hill, and then we have Spanish horn player Pablo Ortiz de Urbina, who also lived in the States for quite a long time, British bassoonist Sophie Robertshaw, and we have Hungarian clarinetist Adrian Somoki. Now, this concert was basically part of the Royal Albert Hall's classical music mornings, where guests would come in with their tickets and get coffee and a pastry, and that's what I ended up getting. It was a really great experience being in the Elgar Hall. And with this quintet, I didn't really know that much about them, but as I saw the details behind this program, they basically started in 2011 as a bunch of students who had their masters at the Royal College of Art. Since then, after they formed their band, they've been performing all over Europe and in some parts of America. They've gained a lot of fame, and they basically had a following. And boy, was this concert just wonderful to listen to, and just to watch these 5 extraordinary musicians do their thing and keeping us, the audience, entertained until the concert was done. And there were also 2 encore numbers, which I'll reveal later. The concert began with a rendition of Gioacchino Rossini's overture of Il Barbiere di Sevilla, and what a way to start this concert with a bang. Barber of Seville definitely has to be one of my most favorite comedic bel canto operas, and I thought they played absolutely beautiful. They were just wonderful with how they were able to sync very well with each other. They were able to have such a fantastic dynamic in terms of the wind instruments that they've played. I especially loved the clarinet solo and the flute solo. They were just the best highlights of this first piece. And then we have Anton Reicha's Wind Quintet in A major, which I thought was just beautiful. It had such vivacity, such beauty, and it was just a thrill to listen to. Then the third piece was Alexander Zemlinsky's Humoresque, which I thought was just vivacious. It was just beautiful. It was just gorgeous all over, and it was just breathtaking. And then we have Jim Parker's Mississippi 5. Now, Jim Parker was also a composer of the very well-known British series Midsummer Murders. And boy, did all 5 of these wonderful wind instrument musicians go all out. They basically went all out with just how wonderful, yet at times weird, and just thrilling all 5 movements of the Mississippi 5 were. I especially love the animal one, and I felt that every single one of the movements was, simply put, brisk, full of life, and just purely energetic, so to say. It was just a lot of fun to listen to all around. And then we have Francis Poulenc's Novelette in C, which I thought was just gorgeous in terms of just how much of a sinuous melody it has, and just how much of a flowing and very calming melody it has. Now, I basically knew this composer as the composer of one of my most favorite French operas of all time, Dialogue de Carmelite. And with that opera, there is a lot of dissonant sounding music. With this piece, I thought that this was a far cry from what I'd usually expect from the composer of Le Dialogue de Carmelite. I thought it was just flowing. I thought it was just magnificent. I thought it was just sweet. And then we have Norman Hallam's Dance Suite, which has a jazz-like quality to it, just like its previous entry, the Mississippi 5. Now, that also had a jazz number as well. I thought it was just gorgeous all around. And there were 2 encore numbers. The first one being a classic American song medley with songs like Camptown Races, Oh Susanna, and yeah, a lot of great American classic songs. And then we have a Hungarian folk song, which I thought was just played powerfully. So overall, it was just a fantastic morning hearing such wonderful musicians who basically specialize in wind instruments, coming from such wonderfully talented individuals. And I felt that the Cataleya Quintet all did magnificently. They were all fantastic at their job, and I could really see that they enjoyed doing the things they do together as one group. And if you're watching this, members of the Cataleya Quintet, I really, really hope the best for all of you. I really hope to see more of you, and I honestly hope that you can pass by Berlin so that you can do your thing and share your talent to everyone who is so interested in music. I wish you all the best. Well, that's all for now. Be sure to tune in later tonight where I review Bell 10W Head, which is also going to be shown at the Royal Albert Hall. Until then, see you later.